So, we're finally here, at long, long last. Hey everyone, it's Rose Crystal, and I am here with the finale of Zero Escape. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. We have been through so many timelines, so many endings, and so many mysteries. Will it all get wrapped up today? Let's see. Last time, we went through the 5th ending after a lot of trial and error through all the rooms. Basically, we had to get information from other cutscenes, and it eventually led to the reveal of Ace being the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals, the company that was involved in the kidnapping of the 16 kids, and what led to the events of the first nonary game. And apparently, Ace, along with 3 other people that are part of Cradle Pharmaceuticals, was running it. Furthermore, it seems that most of us in the nonary game now were involved with that incident. Snake was part of this nonary game, 7 was a cop looking into it, and Lotus was the mother of a couple kids gone missing. Santa just wants to protect his sister, be the right example for him. June and Junpei are childhood friends, and Clover is the sister of Snake, who also participated in the first nonary game. We all have our connections to that game in one way or another, and now we're going to find the truth, the identity of Zero, and who put us through this madness of timelines, betrayal, and numbered doors. Let's do this. But we're not going to get to any finale from here. We're going to go here instead. 3 left behind. Let's go. The room fell silent. Now, we're just left behind because Santa basically just made his merry way, pun intended, with Ace, Lotus, and June. So now it's just us now.
June.
So, what do you want to do, Junpei?
There is very little of what we can do now.
What do you mean, what do I want to do? What can we do?
Here we go.
What the hell is that?
What we now know to be Snake.
Shh, quiet!
Where is it coming from?
Right there.
Could it be?
Question is, do we know the password considering that was from another timeline? Or is it just gonna be like we get a blip of a memory, just like the other timelines?
Hey, I think it's coming from this coffin.
You're right!
Let's open it.
But how?
What are those muscles for show?
You're telling me to force it open?
Just shut up and try! Damn it!
It won't even budge. Not another one.
Yeah, looks like it.
Do you think we have to put in the right password or it won't open?
I think so. Whoever or whatever's inside this thing wants out. And now.
Yeah, no kidding.
I know that.
Especially if you wake up in that. You have no idea where you are.
But how?
Without a passcode, I don't think there's much we can do.
Isn't there a hint somewhere?
Well, let's look for one.
Ugh, there's nothing here.
Not making this easy, are they?
No, they're not. It's been such a long journey, man. I can't believe we're finally at the end. It's only been, what, 3 years? Goodness. How are they gonna pull this off? Especially after the 5th ending. I didn't even get there in my intro. Dude. I was just so excited to finish. I wanted to finish it right after that episode then and there. I was like, no, I can't push myself any farther. Who knows how long this true ending is. Wait till tomorrow at the very least.
What am I supposed to do? How can we figure it out? I need something.
The hell? That scared the crap out of me. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Now truth is asleep in the darkness of the sinister hand.
Wait, what? What the hell was that? That voice?
Huh? What?
What's up?
Huh? Oh, nothing.
He pressed the buttons. Right, left, right, left, right, left. Like last time. It is a timeline thing. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. Same deal. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, what the hell were those numbers?
Oh my gosh. Are those...
1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1. 1, 4, 3, 8, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Just put those in.
No way!
What?
Why are you...
Exactly. The
Oh.
look on
Is that
Clover's
you,
face.
Clover? I apologize for worrying you.
Snake!
You? Why?
Junpei? And Seven? Is that you? Is everyone else there as well?
Jeez.
You're back!
Aww.
Gently now. My body's still a little weak.
Oh, you're back! You're back! You're really here! Oh, you're back!
Come now, what's gotten into you?
Because you've been missing for a few hours, dude.
You're acting as though I've returned from the grave.
I mean, you did come out of a coffin. What better way to do that? To return from the grave than that?
Not as though you did. I really thought you were dead.
Huh?
You jerk! Idiot! Idiot! Idiot!
I love this.
I see. I believe I understand things rather well now, thank you. In the shower room, there is a dead body wearing my clothes. Because of that, you thought that I was dead, correct?
Yeah.
You also discovered a corpse in the captain's quarters, and Santa turned on you here, in this room.
Exactly.
Do I have it straight?
Well, the dead body in the captain's quarters is a surprise.
Sorry. There wasn't a good time to tell you.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's right, we didn't tell him this time because the only person who knew was Ace, Clover, and me in that timeline.
I've got a pretty decent idea of what happened while I was indisposed, but it's still something of a mystery who did all this, and why.
Yeah, no kidding. Even I don't know at this point. The person who I thought was going to be Zero just got, well, burned alive, so...
The corpse in the shower room that looked like me, and the corpse in the captain's quarters. Why were they killed in the way they were?
You don't know?
No. Why would I?
The guy in the shower room. We don't know who he is, so let's just call him Mr. X. Anyway, this Mr. X is wearing Snake's clothes, but you're wearing some kind of weird robes. That means someone took your clothes and put them on Mr. X. We need to figure out who that was.
I apologize, but I have no idea who might have done this to me. I only just now woke up.
Yeah.
I was unconscious during all the events you just described to me. They must have undressed me and changed my clothes during that time.
When were you knocked out?
When we split up to look for the red.
So this was way back.
Where did they get you? Do you remember?
It was a small room in one of the hallways on C deck.
What happened?
The same thing that happened to every one of us when we were abducted. A canister releasing some sort of gas was thrown into the room. I believe the gas is some sort of incapacitating agent.
Then that means it was...
Zero.
Yep.
Looks that way, huh?
There's nothing else I have to tell you. When I woke up, I was in this coffin.
Why? Why did Zero make Mr. X wear Snake's clothes?
Where did Mr. X even come from? That's the bigger question.
How would that benefit Zero? I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean? And I have no idea how I got the passcode for the coffin either. Truth had gone, and truth had gone. Where did those words come from?
Another timeline?
Why did I feel compelled to push the buttons on the bracelet after hearing them? All I know is my fingers moved on their own. It was like I did it subconsciously. I don't get it. What the hell does any of it mean?
Yeah, because this Junpei wouldn't know about any of the other events we witnessed last time, because every time we jump into a new timeline with new information where people could have lived or died. It's a new timeline each and every time, which should be pretty clear from how the game works, but still. This Junpei would not know any of the events that happened last time.
Also, Snake and Clover had been subjects in a similar experiment 9 years ago.
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger. And someone did actually die. A girl.
Yeah.
Her name was...
There had been another experiment conducted on this same ship 9 years ago, and a girl had died during it. Morphogenetic field theory. The 2 murders. Switching clothes. The nonary game. Zero.
What does all this mean?
He's the ringleader. The person who trapped 9 of us on this sinking ship. Zero should know everything. If we can uncover Zero's identity, all of our questions will be answered.
Question is, do we want to know that identity? Is it truly one of us, or is it someone else entirely? Because it's clear that there are more people on this ship than we thought. This guy X just showed up out of nowhere. And there was a few more. The captain itself. Not the captain of... Not Zero's the captain, but just a captain. Do we want
At
to
any
know
rate,
that?
we'll have plenty of time to decipher the details later. For now, it is of utmost importance that we escape.
And there's a way to do that. Use the Zero bracelet.
Junpei, it was 4:30 the last time you checked the clock, yes? That means we have less than an hour. We must hurry.
Hey, how are we gonna get out of here?
Isn't that obvious? Through the other number 9 door.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, because they only went to the big one last time.
With Snake, we can open the door.
Don't tell me you hadn't figured that out.
Come on, you gotta tell me these things.
Can we? If the Zero bracelet was not involved. 7, and we know that's 6 now. 7 plus 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 4, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then Snake, 17, 18. Yeah, we'd be able to get out. And that'd be 4 people.
I, assumed you'd figured it out.
Forget it. Let's just get going.
Yep.
All right. You guys ready to go?
That's a dumb question.
Yes.
Yep.
Not yet.
What?
Huh?
Before we go in, I'd like to check something.
You want to check something?
Yeah, but before I do, 7, could you pull the lever?
Do we know about the bracelets coming close?
I want to make sure we can verify with just the 4 of us.
What do you mean? We don't need...
Just do it, all right? But if the door opens, don't go in yet, okay? Please, this is really important. I really need to check this, okay? Work with me here.
Fine.
Alright. It's another door beyond it. It's not a hallway like last time.
All right, that means the 4 of us can go into door 9.
So, we knew that already. It's obvious.
Obvious. Yeah, you're right. It is. Now, what happens if we add Zero's bracelet?
What?
Zero's bracelet?
Why don't you take it out, Clover?
That's right, she brought it with us.
So you did know I had it. I picked it up because I thought it might be useful sometime.
Yeah, I noticed.
This was on the left hand of the corpse in the captain's quarters. If you look at it, you can see it's got a 0 on the face. Just to make this a little easier to talk about, I'm gonna call the guy we found dead in the captain's quarters, Cap. Then I should be able to open door 9 with just me, Clover, and his bracelet. Though the big question is, if Cap is the mastermind of this game, would he really put one of these bracelets on? Anyway, let's just give it a shot. Clover, give me your hand.
Okay.
Now the captain's bracelet. And pull the lever.
Because we don't know that it's 6 instead of 0.
I knew it. Now, what does this tell us?
Maybe the bracelet has to be on your wrist in order for it to work?
Nope.
No, that's impossible. Did you see how the panel showed a third asterisk when I scanned Cap's bracelet? Whether or not it's on your wrist doesn't matter. All you have to do is put the bracelet near the panel for it to register.
Huh. Looks like you're right.
See? So what does that mean? There's only one possibility.
That bracelet isn't the number 0. Is that what you're saying?
That's right.
Then what number is it?
Let's find out. Let's try Snake, me, and Cap. If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 2.
It didn't open.
Cap's number must not be 2.
Then... let's try Snake, me, Clover, and Cap. If this combination opens the door...
Oh, I meant to do 7.
Didn't open.
So Cap's number.
How about... let's try Snake, Clover, 7, and Cap. If this combination opens the door, then Cap's bracelet is number 5.
I remember us having an involvement, so I was looking for the choice with our name, too.
It didn't open.
So it's not 5.
How about... let's try 7, me, and Cap. If this combination opens the door...
Yep. I was looking for our name, too.
Hey, it opened! The door opened!
What? Why? What does that mean?
It means it's 6 instead of 0.
Isn't it obvious? Cap's bracelet is number 6.
But doesn't it say 0?
This isn't a 0. The symbol on here isn't a number 0. It's a letter O.
Oh.
Whoa, wait a minute. I don't get it. I mean, we figured out that Cap's bracelet is 6, right?
Yeah.
Does that mean there are 2 people with 6s?
There is most likely only one person with a 6.
But I don't get it. What about June?
Well, this is only an educated guess, but I think June's number was never 6 to begin with.
What?
Her bracelet was flipped.
So she had a 9.
In other words, June's real number is...
9.
Then what was the 9 man's one? 6 as well?
That seems the most likely.
Then all this numbered door stuff was just a load of crap?
Why would you say that?
Because if June is 9, then the numbers wouldn't match up. Here, look.
List of all the numbered doors June's gone through.
I'll let you know what I'm writing, okay, Snake? And that's everything.
6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 8 is 22. 2 plus 2 is 4. She's been to the 4, 8, 6, and now the 9 door. She has great handwriting. Holy crap, she is competing with me now.
I wrote down which door she went into and with whom. And I wrote what all the numbers were. So if you switch 9 and wherever there's a 6, the numbers don't work. If the digital root is 7, then you can't open door 4. If the digital root is 2, then you can't open door 8.
Clover, do you notice anything interesting on that list?
Even if you were to replace it all with 9.
What do you mean?
You're talking about 3, right?
Yeah, she went through door 3 at one point, and we know that she did.
3?
Santa's always in the room with her. That's what you're saying, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's true. Every combination, she's always been with Santa.
Yes, that's right.
What about it?
That's quite simple, really. You told me that the first time you came to this room, Santa was the first to refuse to leave June behind. Now, doesn't that beg the question why? Why would Santa do such a thing?
Did he know about the whole number being flipped and that he can't leave 9 behind, considering 9 is a very important figure in this game? It's been repeated more than enough times that 9 is a very important figure. The only reason Santa even cared about June at all is if he knew. He didn't care about her. He cared about the number. Whoever has the 9 bracelet must be protected. Is that what we're getting at?
The answer is easy, because Santa can't open door 9 with only 7 in Lotus. Of course, there's only one reason for that. His number isn't actually 3.
What?
Santa's real number, 7? Would you be so kind as to modify my sister's equations?
Yeah, sure. This is what you were getting at, right, Snake?
It's
Thank
0.
That is exactly right, 7.
Why all the number switching now?
Santa's true number wasn't 3. It was 0.
No way.
If he's the mastermind, I'm gonna flip a table again.
Santa is 0?
And June was 9, not 6.
I'm this close to flipping a table right now.
Conversely, Santa was 0, not 3.
Why all of a sudden with the number switching?
Plus 3 and minus 3, they cancel one another out. Nothing appears out of order.
0 and 9 are the most important numbers here. 9 plus 0, 9 plus 1 plus 8 equals 28. 2 plus 8 would be 9. He could get out with Ace and Lotus.
Santa was still playing by the rules of the notary game this whole time.
Precisely.
So you're saying Santa planned this whole thing?
I'm not sure if he acted alone or not, but I think it is safe to conclude that he is 0, if my hypothesis is correct.
So why go out of his way to make his number 3? What even is all this? Because no, he couldn't have been wearing the 0 bracelet the whole time because that was on the captain up until this point. So why the number switching? Why anything? I guess we'll know when we confront him, but he's probably long gone at this point.
Snake's hypothesis. Something doesn't seem right. June's bracelet being flipped. Even if that were possible, that would mean there are 2 number 9 bracelets. And if that's the case...
All right, that's enough talking. Let's go. It's high time we went through that door.
No, there are still plenty of questions I need to answer. Maybe we'll get them from Santa himself, who knows? But right now...
It's right there.
He had a revolver last time. I'm pretty positive he's not in a talking mood, but okay.
Oh. Alright, let's keep going.
Do you guys really want to talk to the guy with the revolver?
Go to the bottom deck.
Looks dry.
Let's head down.
Oh boy.
Hey, it's a...
This is the Neptune symbol. There must be a key around here somewhere.
Neptune key. I only have the Uranus key card.
It's a different planet. Plus, it's the wrong kind of key.
Let's turn around and go back for now.
Yeah.
Oh boy. There's a lot of
another door.
everything. A lot of explanations, but I'm hoping at the very least Santa can come clean about all of this, really.
And a card reader this time.
It's the Uranus symbol.
This is the place.
Alright. I knew it. A library, because we had a library key card. Goodness.
It's totally full of books.
There's so many. I don't know where to look.
Alright, if we want to get through that door out there, we need the Neptune key. I say we split up and look for it.
Okay.
Very well.
We're not going to go through an escape room, right? Because this is the... Never mind. There's a lot to go through. Oh my god. No wonder my brother said that's going to take a while. I thought it's going to be one and done. Apparently not.
Sure thing.
Good. Let's get started then. We don't have a lot of time. Hurry.
Alice sleeps in a small chamber past the forest of knowledge. As he began his search for reasons he didn't fully understand, Junpei felt those particular words floating through his mind. Alright! Let's do this! If you're really Zero Santa, I've got questions. Lots of them. How long were you hiding this from me, dude? The book was called Mind Swap. You change bodies with someone? Oh, do me too much. I'd rather dial in 7 switch with me. What the hell? Like, I didn't want to swap bodies with a little brat, like... Hey, were you just imagining it? You were. Shut up. He wasn't the only one. It was a reality show. Teleportation and telepathy. What the hell is this one about? Well, I know what telepathy is. I never heard of teleportation. It's really like having traveled through time. Then just call it a time traveler. Man, they've got some weird stuff here. I can't pronounce this one. I'm not even gonna try. Who's that? Some famous guy? It's not a person's name. It's the name of a fictional book created by Abdul Al-Hazard. He's said to be one of the sources used in the creation of the legendary Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon. Oh, so these are all occult books and stuff. This one says the golden rabbit and the moon on it. Does that mean it's about a rabbit that lives on the moon? Rabbits are pretty cute. What's this moon stuff about? It's talking about the Judas tree that is said to grow on the moon, according to Chinese legend. Paleontology. One's about fossils, right? Ammonite are pretty nasty looking. This one says transition of extinct species. You'd hurry up, we're going to end up in the pages of a book like that. Direction of geology, huh? Think about the earth when you're even in the ocean, kind of romantic in a way, I guess. Mother Nature. Is that some sort of book about hippie chicks? Probably not, except perhaps tangibly. It's most likely about environmental protection. Just trying to make a joke. Dude, hippie chicks? Really? Theory of evolution. Heck, even I know this one. That's the Darwin guy, right? Well, yes and no. Charles Darwin wrote a book called On the Origin of Species. In it, he put forth his theory of evolution. Yeah, I remember that part. He called it natural selection. Exactly. There's the Cambrian explosion. Did a bomb go off somewhere near Cambria? Wrong kind of explosion. Roughly 500 million years ago, during what is known as the Cambrian period. Research suggests that a variety of living organisms increased by the order of magnitude. Why that happened is, however, still something of a mystery. There are a number of theories. This book is most likely a collection of them. Okay. Handrail is made of metal. There's a note on the table. Light to the books. Huh, what does that mean? Interesting. Well, intelligence often hides itself in darkness. Have you ever thought up pages of a book? Each page only sees, maybe 2 or 3 minutes of light before the reader is on to the next? They spend the rest of their lives locked in darkness. Rather like myself. That's horrible. Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining, not at all. I'd live in the darkness, yes. That has given me the ability to catch the truths others might miss. I can hear the voices in the darkness, you might say. Energy theory development of nanotechnology materials. Interactions between shortwave energy and matter. What else you got? Leading you to read those titles give me a headache. Can't say fancy technology stuff and I get along real well. Keep on talking about stuff and you're gonna put me to sleep. Black hole hypothesis. Gamma ray astrophysics. This book has an astronomy theme. Kids book here? It's like a children's story about Native Americans. I think a random book like that is a little suspicious. Maybe I ought to hold on to it. The fact that we can means it's important. Some Native Americans with the cover. Hey Junpei, take a look at this one. It's got some, whoa! It's a pop-up book. What's that? What's a theme pop-up book? L, R, and K. Doesn't mean anything. Does it? Could make him KRL. Like Carl or Carl. The fact that it's in our inventory means it's important. What's Hellenism? It's in like a fusion of Greek and Oriental culture. That's culture heritage of Rome. This be serious inheritance tax. Permian culture? Creatures seems a little fancier, some kind of prehistoric critter. Not to mention amphibians without hair, I can't imagine they need much perms. Period. Maybe it's about Sir Lancelot? Isn't he just a story? I don't think you're gonna find a guy who didn't really exist in a history book. It's the shape of a cross on the bottom floor. What's the deal with these titles? They're all just gibberish. What if you like switch them around? Switch them around? Yeah. Maybe they'll spell something. Oh, I get it. Yeah, heck, it's worth a shot. I'm pretty sure that's not it. Oh crap. That's probably not it either. It even says it's not it. Alright, enough joking around. I just genuinely wanted to see if that worked. I'm not sure if we're only supposed to be looking at the top here. Maybe we need to find more before doing anything else. Property value is going up in space too these days. These times are tough for aliens too. Cosmic inflation. What's this? An overview of conformal field theory? This theory posts an invariant quantum field where cosmic transformation can take place. Knock it off with this science voodoo stuff. Trying to put me to sleep? Supersystem string theory in 10-dimensional space-time. Let's talk about superstring theory. It's a theory of reality where it's hard to explain. Since all elements of the universe are governed by vibrations and harmonics of tiny supersonic strings. Weird. Except when I don't exist. Goodness. Dad Kind, what the hell is this? Wasn't that a German mathematician? It's a compilation of his work. Oh, maybe. We'll have to go back then. Oh, here it is. Kids ones. No, little. In case I have to go look for specific ones. What's inside? Can you read it? Supposed to have pages inside. Nope. Pop-up book. Press. Sorry. I don't even know what we were doing. What makes you think I know? I'm just gonna tilt my head as far as I can. 6, 3, 2, 4, 1, 6. Oh, dang, we did it! I was just looking at the hints. Why I feel particularly happier of being praised for that. Whatever. Let's go right. Alright. Okay, powerful light bulb. Light bulb. Quite a bit of light. Okay, that's what we can take from here. Pythagorean theorem. More math books in this section. I gotta go back upstairs. Find the rest of them. There we go. All the red ones are there. You don't have to go searching through the whole library, thank God. Let's see what's in it. Probably baseball stuff. Yep. H-E-A-D popping out of it. On the stands, and then there we go. A little weird. Letters. It's too dark to really tell though. It means our light isn't bright enough. Letters on here. Yep, putting in one of those lights. It really means 3 light bulbs. Much when this place all 3 bulbs. 3 light bulbs, huh? Okay, so it's another needing to find those things. How big is this room? That's the question. Where would other light bulbs be? That's what I'm currently looking for. It's the lights of the books, but still. The only thing I can think of now is to rearrange these around. These books not like the others. One of these books don't belong. I am completely lost. I truly am. Do we have to add more books and that would spell it? Likely. But that's the thing. Just... Come on, the only thing I can mess with is this, but even I don't know what's going on. None of it is making any sense. I have no clue how to get the other two light bulbs. I don't want to be here for hours upon hours, you know? Search this room more than enough times. Dudes, I don't think I'm ready for college. Oh my god, I will take the L on that. Oh my god, I wasted 20 minutes sitting here on what possible combinations it could be. My past self, no, my future self is gonna look at this and be like, girl, switch the numbers around. Switch them more around. How are you not figuring this out? Okay, I'll admit it, I'm the idiot here. There we go. No, what? Actually, it was supposed to be. Okay. I'll take responsibility for that one. Open here, find bulb. I was just looking at the top, man. Out of me. Now the next thing we gotta mess with to get that light bulb. I've got no idea what to mess with. Just, where's that third one now? All these look the same, correct? Nope. May as well try everything, right? The only thing we can interact with down there is this, but... Just what can we mess with? That's the question. There's clearly something I'm missing here. I just don't know what. Done the pop-up book, so you think I'd have to stop searching the shelves, but... Oh my god. I just don't know what to solve. I knew... Just what haven't we clicked on? I think I'm gonna drag Crow in here, see if he can't help me at all. Well, I'm just gonna wait for him to get back to me and we'll see what he comes up with, because he can't help me at the moment. Anything else the others can tell us about this stuff? I don't know where else to look, and I don't want to look up a guide because I don't need spoilers. Seriously, I seriously don't know where to look. I've checked everything. There's nothing I can truly mess with, you know? Hang on, that might have been him. Alright, he's saying he's not remembering it at all, but I screenshotted a couple of things off camera to see if he could somewhat jog his memory, because I'm still having trouble. If there was other stuff I could mess with that wasn't like those books, maybe, just maybe. I've clicked everything hundreds of times. Lights to the books. It likely means the light bulbs, but we can't use them. Not until we have a third light bulb. I'm gonna run by this recording and not find it be very easy, won't I? I just don't know. There's nothing here. books over 100 times. I don't even know if they're on the bottom floor or the top floor or something. I don't want to look up a guide. I will get spoiled on stuff. Okay, so I ended up looking up a guide after all, and there's so much here. It's like point S or something. Okay, so we're looking at the upper left, upper level. If this is in the bottom right corner, we're looking at point north, east. We're looking at south now. I think I'm gonna look up a video to see exactly what I'm looking at. Found it. I'll have to immediately remove that from my library so I can do this somewhat. Here we go. I'll even put it what I found, even if I looked at it for a split second. I'm not gonna be shy about giving credit. I'll put the link in the description below. First, I just want to see the cover, not the spine. Let's look at it, okay? There we go. Oh, I would have never figured that out. Let's do this. Let's get out of here. Even if I only looked at the video for a couple seconds, I will still put the link in the description below. That's my promise. Yes, change the bulbs. Shield rake. And I know right where that is too. Checking at the bottom. They seem familiar. Sure do.
Sheldrake 5?
I think I saw the rest of this collection somewhere.
Yeah, I think it was somewhere around here.
Let's go take a look.
Okay.
Sheldrake.
Have you heard of him? Sheldrake, I mean.
Yeah, Lotus told me about it.
There's a British biochemist named Sheldrake.
Oh yeah.
It's a rather interesting theory.
I completely forgot about that.
Morphogenetic fields, which relies on the theory of morphic resonance.
Really? From Lotus, huh?
Well, Clover also said something to me about that stuff.
She did?
Yeah, what was it?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
That girl. I told her not to tell anyone.
What?
You did? Why?
Well,
Look, man, I didn't push it because we're in a hurry, but I'm kind of sick of this. How about you just tell me, okay?
tell you what?
Don't give me that. About the experiment.
That, I want to know about that.
Very well, fine. I'll tell you everything. But not here. Let's move to the top floor.
Okay.
I suppose I might as well start by telling you why I kept quiet, and why I made sure Clover did as well. To be honest, the explanation is quite simple.
Then tell me.
Zero told me not to. I had little choice.
So this was involved. Zero was pulling this too.
He didn't walk up and tell me, of course. He gave me a message engraved on a card.
That's a Braille card.
Is it the same card that we... No, it couldn't have... It can't... I'm not even going to finish that. It couldn't have been the same card because we would have... No, he wouldn't have shown it to us.
It looks just like the one you showed us earlier. So you had 2 cards.
No, only one.
Huh? What do you mean? I thought that card just had some rules for the nonary game on it.
Yes, and those were the rules I read you. However, they were not the only thing on the card. There was something I didn't read. Well, perhaps I should say, there was something I couldn't read.
And that was?
Tell no one of the events that took place 9 years ago.
Of course.
Tell, and I activate your sister's detonator.
Well, that's brutal.
It's a threat on our lives.
Oh. Well, what about Clover? Did she get a message from Zero too?
I don't believe she did. But doesn't it strike you as strange that Zero would shut my mouth, but not hers?
Yeah.
That is strange.
To be on the safe side, however, I told her it was best not to tell anyone. Still, apparently she told you. That girl.
What's wrong with her telling me? I figured some stuff out with the things she told me. I mean, it looks like the whole activate her detonator thing was just a bluff. She's prancing around downstairs happy as a clam now that you're back.
Don't ever... If Santa is really Zero, don't ever think you're safe with just that.
That's very true. I've decided I can trust you. I've decided to tell you the truth. The chance that Santa is Zero is very high. I feel I can assume Santa doesn't have the time to observe us at the moment. And at any rate, even if he were, I very much doubt he would kill us.
No, he needs us to get out.
Why?
Clover told me about the 4-leaf clover, about the words. If he knew about that, then he was in my group during the first experiment. I'm sure of it. He wouldn't kill us, no matter what the situation was.
Hey, Snake?
Yes, I know. You want to know what happened during the experiment?
Very much so, yes.
Yeah.
How much do you know?
Clover told me about...
I see. The morphogenetic field in the experiments 9 years prior. How the experiments had taken place simultaneously at 2 locations, one being the ship and the other being a building in Nevada.
Yep, that's what we know.
And the girl that died during the experiment. She told you all that, did she?
Yep.
At any rate, I now know how much you've learned. All that remains for us to determine
is who did this and why, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me what happened?
Yes. The people who organized the initial experiment were from a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
In other words, Ace's company.
There were 4 of them running the show. Gentaro Hongo, Nagisa Nijisaki, Teruaki Kubota, Kagechika Musashido. Hongo was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nijisaki was his right-hand man and did the lion's share of the planning. Kubota led the company's research and development division. Musashido was their majority stockholder. It was these 4 people who planned the initial experiment. Let me simplify it for you. Hongo designed it, and Nijisaki put it all together. Kubota developed the technology required, and Musashido provided the cash.
Alright.
Huh, so it's Hongo, Nijisaki, Kubota, Musashido...
Of course, more than 4 people were required to conduct an experiment of this scale. To that end, they organized a top-secret team to assist them with their research. All in all, they gathered 10 people or so. Those 10 completed their team, and they were able to begin the project. They named it the Nonori Project. The purpose of the experiment was to research the prospect of controlling a human mind through sheer will. The vessel, I suppose you could say, for this control was the morphogenetic field.
Huh.
Why did the glycerin suddenly begin to crystallize? Why did the crystal structure of EDT undergo a sudden change? Why did the rats improve their puzzle-solving skills with each generation? Experiments with humans produced the same results. The more people who knew the answer to a question, the more there were who could answer correctly without having seen the problem before. Why is that? How could it happen? The answer is that the shape of the answer has been stored in a field invisible to the naked eye, and through that field, the resonant event transmits information related to that answer. That's essentially the idea behind morphogenetic fields.
So what's the answer? I'm gonna try, and I can have this wrong, I can have this right, but at least I want to put my theory out there. Basically, once the answer has been solved, this answer can be transmitted through telepathy, through the morphogenic field, to the other people? Is that what we're getting at here?
But that's just a theory.
Can't bring yourself to believe it?
Yeah.
Let's say someone killed another person because the devil told them to do it. Whether the devil exists or not has no relevance to the murder. They believe the devil exists. Whether or not he does is immaterial.
So what matters here is that Hongo believed in the morphogenetic field.
Yes.
That's right.
But I still don't get it. You said they wanted to figure out how to control people, right? That is what you were saying.
Yes.
So how are they going to do that with a morphogenetic field?
I'll keep it simple. Let's suppose 10,000 people have solved a certain problem.
Okay.
The chance of you knowing that answer, even if no one has told you, will go up. Let's have another example, shall we? Say 1 million people were to do a handstand right now. Tomorrow, the chances of you doing a handstand would be higher, even if you had heard nothing of this hypothetical mass handstanding.
I am trying to follow along, but I'm still drawing a blank.
Mankind's thought process and actions are all part of a resonant event. All of the resonant events encoded in the fields are projected onto you. Of course, this assumes you believe in this theory. Do you follow so far?
I am trying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if there was a person who had the same effect as those millions of people, what would happen? If that one person were to do a handstand, other people would find themselves wanting to do handstands as well.
Especially if they were in, like, the public view. Is that what you're saying? If they did it alone in private, no one would want to do it. But doing it in public, that's the kind of idea that... So basically, let's say you're doing a handstand in public, and it's in front of the view of, like, a handful of people, 10 people. Naturally, they're going to want to try and follow your example. Is that what he's trying to get at here?
Can you imagine what a person with powers like that would be able to do?
Come on, there's no way.
I'm not done. Imagine another scenario. Imagine another person. This is an ordinary person. Let's say he does a handstand. What if there was someone who could grab the resonant event he created by doing that and use it to make other people do handstands?
What's wrong with simply people wanting to do handstands? You don't have to control people, do you?
What would happen then? A person who has the power to write to the field, and someone who can read from the same. You could think of them as the writer and the reader, or the transmitter and the receiver. What would the world be like if there were people with abilities like these?
Almost, like, crazy, because if you give someone that much power, they won't be making them do handstands, they'll make them do something far worse if they give them the power to control people.
So the transmitter's resonant event can be transmitted through the field and sent to the receiver. And then the transmitter can control the receiver however they wish. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes. Close enough, at least.
Come on, that's just crazy.
Well, if you want to prove that, then you'll have to test it first. At least, that was how they thought. That was why they decided to do their experiment. That was how the Nonary project began. By the way, Junpei, have you ever heard of the Gansfeld experiment?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, that was an experiment in telepathy, right?
Yep.
You place a pair of subjects in separate rooms. Then you show one a picture and ask the other what they see.
Interesting. I'm impressed. Yes, that is exactly correct.
So, why did you bring up the Gansfeld experiment?
It was used to screen subjects for the Nonary project. The hospital in a remote town was affiliated with Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
That's also what we heard.
Hongo used it to conduct experiments on visiting children in secret. Some of them, he found, had potential. He began to gather children that showed promise. Children that seemed as though they might be able to access the field. Of course, none of them volunteered. They were kidnapped.
Yeah, that follows through with what we know.
There were 9 pairs of siblings taken, for 18 children total. For reasons that were not fully understood at the time, each pair had one transmitter and one receiver. They were split perfectly. As such, the 18 children were split into 2 groups of 9. The children who were put into Group Q were the ones who excelled at transmitting. They were transferred to the mock experiment building known as Building Q in the Nevada desert. The children who excelled at receiving were put in Group A. Group A was then placed on the former hospital ship Gigantic. From the experiments he had conducted so far, Hongo had learned the following. There are two things that can increase one's resonance with the fields. The first is epiphany. The other is danger.
So the ones that were put on the ship were involved with the danger. The ones in the desert, epiphany.
Have you ever been...
Oh. Especially difficult problem, thought about it very long and hard, until finally an answer suddenly appeared in your mind? Yep.
It may seem obvious to say so, but that is what is meant by epiphany. The information obtained through that epiphany can be easily transmitted through the fields, where it can be easily interpreted.
Okay, this is starting to make a little bit of sense.
Adding danger to that equation allows for even easier field access. That's where Hongo came in. They set up a number of puzzles across the Gigantic. The participants had to solve each one before they could move to the next room. Of course, he hadn't forgotten to include danger.
Those were all kids.
He had detonated a bomb on the hull of the Gigantic. The children in Group A were forced to play the nonary game as the ship sunk. By forcing the children into a life-or-death situation, Hongo hoped to increase the likelihood of their tapping into the fields.
That's horrible.
The children from Group Q, on the other hand, were confined to the mock experiment building, Building Q. Building Q duplicated the interior and puzzles of the Gigantic exactly. Every detail was exactly the same. Hongo explained the situation to the children in Group Q. Solve the puzzles you find throughout the rooms. When you have the answers, transmit that information to the children in Group A.
And Group A basically was relying on Group Q to solve it, otherwise they'd, die.
If you succeed, they will be able to solve the puzzles and escape. But if you fail, then the Gigantic will sink, and your brothers and sisters will drown.
Because those were twins.
Those were his orders. Do you know why the astronauts of Apollo 13 were able to return to Earth safely?
Because they didn't have Ace running things?
It was because NASA had access to a replica of the Apollo 13 capsule. All of the equipment, the instruments, everything. All of it identical. Everything was just like the real Apollo 13. NASA was able to replicate the situation the astronauts found themselves in. By putting themselves in the same situation, they attempted to solve the problems the astronauts were dealing with. Once they found solutions, they reported their findings to the men aboard the actual capsule. That was how they were able to return safely. It was the same with the Gigantic in Building Q.
The transmitting and receiving.
The children from Group Q had to use the power of epiphany to solve the puzzles they found and transmit what they learned through the fields. The children in Group A, however, they had to access the fields to learn how they might advance to the next stage. That is the simplest explanation I can manage.
Hey, Junpei, Snake! How much longer are you two gonna sit around on those bony asses? Get down here already!
He's right. Let's go, shall we? We don't have much time. We need to get out of here, and soon.
Hold it. There's one more thing I want to ask you. Are you sure that there were 18 kids?
Why?
Well, I thought it was only 16.
That's true, actually.
Oh, yes. That was what they said on the news, wasn't it? Yes. I have no doubt that 18 children were abducted and used in Hongo's experiment. After all, you couldn't exactly play a nonary game with any less, could you?
Well, yeah, but are you saying that the news got it wrong?
Yes, I am. There were 2 more children.
You and Clover?
However, they had no relatives that I'm aware of. I imagine no one filed a police report when they went missing. They were brother and sister, like Clover and I.
Okay, so that they're different.
The brother's name was Aoi. The sister's name was...
Nona?
Her name was... Her name was Akane.
What the frick? Is it our Akane or someone different?
That was the girl who died.
Is it our Akane or someone else?
Akane Kurashiki died
It is our Akane. Then who's June?
9 years ago? Then, who's June?
How did they recognize each other then?
No. It's impossible.
Then who is June?
It can't be true. Akane isn't that uncommon of a name. If Snake had known her last name, that's a different matter entirely. So they share a name. A lot of other people do too. It doesn't mean anything. It was someone else. Of course it was. It has
Is
to
that what you're just telling yourself? But no. It has to be our Akane has to be alive. Otherwise, she wouldn't have recognized us this whole freaking time. Unless you're telling me they somehow transmitted the memories of Akane in another soul. I mean, that's not unheard of in this kind of game. With all transmitting and receiving, but to transmit another life? No, I'm going off the board, off the deep end with this. What the heck?
Is something wrong, Junpei? Your breathing sounds strange.
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Just tell him.
Let's get back down there, alright?
Kane.
I couldn't do it. Why didn't I ask? What's her last name? I just couldn't get the words to come out.
Just someone tell her last name. Gosh dang it, man. If that's our Akane, then who's June? It's right there. Normally you don't press the big red button, but in this case, we have to. Oh my gosh. First, June's bracelet has been flipped. Santa was originally playing by the number 0. And now June Arakane might be dead? Then who's June? Goodness, I might have to split this into 2 to 3 parts maybe. How do you think I figured that out? What is Snake doing? Convert into area between rows. You have 13, 14, 10, and 13. Enter 4 letters. Convert the numbers to letters. Basically, you've got... Yeah. 13 is D. E. A. Yeah, if you convert them to numbers instead. No. Letters. Isn't good. Alright. Alright. We got too much on our minds. I know it's a true ending, so they're gonna have to wrap us up somehow. But let's see where this takes us.
Alright, this is the next.
Ugh!
Did that just close on its own?
Don't tell me we can't go back.
I don't know. Let's see. Damn it. It looks like it locks automatically.
Is there any other way out?
Well, there's another door over on the right. There's a card reader next to it. It's got a red light on it, though, so I'm pretty sure it's locked, too.
But there is a card reader, right?
Yeah.
Then perhaps if we find a key card, we could open the door and leave?
Well, yeah, that might work, but...
Hey! Wait a minute. Are you saying we're gonna have to search through this room for one little card?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Looks that way.
Oh, joy.
No way!
For real?
Well, we can sit down and wait to die, if that's what you prefer.
Let's not do that.
I rather doubt that, however. So it would be wise to start looking. We haven't much time. Let's find that key card. Oh, and the Neptune key as well. We won't be able to get through the hallway without it. All right then, let's begin.
Guess we're doing this room too. Fingers crossed I don't need a guide, because I don't want to look at any more guides. one whole room, so let's do it. Piles of crap everywhere. Place is a mess. Mess, you don't know where to start. Some of this crap looks familiar. A lot of parts of the puzzle we solved in the other rooms. It's true then, this room could be Zero's laboratory. Perhaps Zero makes machines and puzzles needs to see his plan come to fruition. The computer monitor's on his desk. It's found the drafting tape. The faded line on the right edge must connect to the line on the left edge. It's true. You can see that just as much for yourself. Exit all cells in the right bottom green. Oh boy. D13. Let's start with one at a time and make our way from there, shall we? Really stop screwing around and stop clicking randomly. So they only remove a specific amount of blocks when I take them out. Let's go back and see what else we can do. Okay, that's the nautical chart. don't know what to do. There's a lot of... No, we're not. These are like, this is for different same puzzles actually. Actually, I think I wrote this down at one point. Hold on. I know it's in our backlogs for what we're looking for. Just a matter of using it again. Because I don't have the thing I wrote down there, I'm going to use something new. South, west. So these are all different puzzles we used to do. Gotta be precise about it, and if I'm right, and straight. That would be like straight ahead. It's the same idea here. No, I screwed it up. I know what to do. It's the case, I go west first. South, it has to be touching the marker. southwest, southwest, northwest, east, north, and straight. Everything else seems relatively easy, it's just the straight part. Southwest, northwest. And what do we do for straight? Do we just do east again? Because that'll be it. These are all puzzles we've done in the past. It says 9-panel cross puzzle. First draft on it. It was found in the finely cut small cluttered room. First, second draft, third, and fourth. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 equals 6. Find the sum of the numbers aligned horizontally and vertically. Do not calculate the answers that are covered in. So the cell I touched on the ones next to it change. Six plus 4 equals 10. Even if we manage to fill all of them in, it's not it. stove. Don't know. All of this is so very confusing to me. Screwed it up. Southwest. Oh my god, it's backwards. The entire time I had it backwards, but how? South. West. Northeast. Not northwest. I was looking at the other nautical chart. Northeast. Nope, screwed that up. I was looking at southeast. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah. West. Northeast. No, southeast. Then northeast. Then east once more. North. And then east once more. Yes! I had it backwards. Don't call me a dog. Right side of the monitor. So something came out. Made a noise. Something unlocking, you know? Noise, huh? Morse code chart, here we go. Found the steel stuff in a small clutter in Morse code with letters A to I. Did I made by dashing a da by holding the button down. Okay. To this day, it's gonna still have me writing stuff down, isn't it? No, that has all my password stuff on it. Okay. Give me a second, I'm gonna write this stuff down because I'm not gonna refer back to the file thing every time. I don't know if I can, that's the thing. I think they genuinely expect you to write this down. Which, my writing skills takes like 30 seconds tops. Thankfully I'm writing this in pencil, so if I do screw it up, I at least can erase it. I mean, this is the last escape room in the entire game, so naturally I don't want to finish it off with a guide, you know? And to think I was one away, too, from the other one, too, which is why I'm really mad. It's like, I'm one away. Okay. Morse code shoot from J to R. There does not seem to be a pattern that determines which collection backslash sign to each letter. I think I should just wait until I have this written down, not to waste your guys' time. Okay, finally have it all written down. Now let's go. Where can we find the Morse code stuff? Go to the right. Oh, of course you can. Of course you can. So me writing it down was... And what do we gotta put? Like... Maybe 0? Nope. What would even be the numbers to begin with? And we have the numbers for the entire alphabet. Doesn't change the fact that we don't know what the numbers are to begin with. Do we have to refer back to the other room? Yeah, but that's not giving us any promising answers. If we can't figure out the whole code, it has to be a code. For what code that code is, I'm not sure. Well, lets us do quite a few, so it's gotta be... Still not quite sure. At this point I'm going to say screw it and look it up on a guide, because if I do I'll be here for much longer and I really don't want to be here a lot longer. Just to see what the heck to do. I'll be here for hours. Alright, let's go back to this room for a minute. Where's one where we're messing with the monitor? Give me a second. Alright, let's go back. There we go. I know, I looked up a guide, but dude, it's been 2 hours. Cut me some slack here. I'm really freaking tired. I don't have puzzle brain right now. There we go, cross them. Take that. Okay, I'm gonna look up the Morse code thing as well. I have most of it, I just don't know what the puzzle is. Alright, so there was a shield that I forgot to pick up too. Gosh dang it. It was right over here. Now let's go back to this. It's the same exact one with the captain's thing. And for those who want a reference, it's this. Same exact one. Except I didn't remember it, so I had to look it up. Ice. Hack of the device. Rather than metal striking more something similar, I'd say. Something concern ourselves about. Probably a code. Okay. I can tell where most of these indentations go. Snake doing? Steering wheel symbol, cross symbol, mysterious circle, waffle pattern. Where's the fourth one? Goodness. Alright, gotta backtrack a little bit. Back to where we found the third shield. Where is that? I'll be right back. There's the large metal box back left. Alright, give me a minute. Seriously. Everyone in the comments was like, I can't believe how easy the solution was. This confused me forever. So at least I'm not the only one who resorted to a guide. Gosh dang it! Well, doesn't that look familiar? Damn creepy. Coffin in here. Coffin. 7 think. Yeah, he's all pale. Same thing I am. No way could this be. So what's going on? It's a coffin. There's a vampire in it. Nope, just all ice. Clover and Snake don't know the story. I can't bring myself to tell them. Look around. I'll open it. Just a box? Just a box. Holy hell, this is a coffin. Give me something horrible in there, I know it. Okay, deep breaths. Here we go. Oh, it's empty. Thank Christ. Oh man, there's nobody in there. Can't believe I was scared of something like that. What do you think, nobody? We're expecting someone in there? It's a long story. That's Junpei about it sometime. Nope, I ain't telling. Don't push that on me. Huh? 6-7 said there's nobody in there. Something in there, though. 2 somethings, actually. What is that? Neptune key. And the shield. Finally. Goodness. Okay, let's get out of the house as quickly as possible. Any objections to that? Everything goes. Grab the rest. Then the coffin. Let's do this. Let's get the hell out of here. Steering wheel cross weird circle. Okay, so I have to... There we go. That's something at the monitors. Read them to you. When you touch a numbered area, the area will be selected and turn blue to indicate this. A numbered ball associated in an area will cause the ball to move to that area. However, you cannot move the red balls. You have 3 to 5 balls in a single area. Except for the red ones, which you cannot move. The digital root of the balls in an area must match the number for that area. That's it. Prefix. Didn't mean practice makes perfect. Hey, let's see you solve the next and then you can make fun of me. Okay, so it's gotta be the digital root of 6. So that'd be 9. Let's say 9 plus 6. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That would be 6. And now the digital root of 3. So let's say 7 and 3. 8, 9, 10. That'd be 1. And then plus 2. 2 plus 1, 3. Oh, come on. Really? But I can't move. Okay, I cannot use it. That's considered red. Ugh. I thought I had this. Goodness gracious. You know what? I'm just gonna go all the way. It's so late anyway. Honest to God, that last one was cheap as hell. I'll show you why in a minute. Frick. I'm just trying to follow. There. Honest to God, I don't even know anymore. I don't have puzzle brain. I have guide brain because I'm tired. I know. I'm resorting to a guide on the final episode, but oh man. I didn't think it would take this long as it did. This is it, right? What's happening? There's still 3 more indentations left empty. They're all filled, isn't it likely? Cross, a weird circle, and some kind of wall pattern. Frick off! I have to do all of them? Oh my god, I'm gonna be here for 3 hours. What was the last one? Don't want to double check that. Oh, we'll be fine. Okay. 1,000 words. 4,000 words. Dude, I'm tired. So is he. Frick off. Digital root of 1. That would be 8 plus 7. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That would get me 6. 6 plus 4 would be 10. That would get you 1. And then digital root of 7. Get you 6 plus 5. That'd be 11. That's already 2. Plus 3, 5, 6, 7. Done! Ha! No guide that time. 2 left now. Okay. Uh-huh. He's trying to come up with something witty, but Snake is stopping him. Shut up! Just give me a break, alright? I'll think of something. The digital root of 7. With more numbers taken out each time. 7 plus 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 5 plus 6 is 7. 5 plus 1. That's 6. 8, 7, and 8. 6 plus 5, 11. That's 2. Plus 4, 5, 6. That would also lead to a 1. Can't do that. The 6 plus 4 would be 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus 5, that would be 6. That would also lead to a 1. So, hang on. It would be 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. Plus 2, 3. screwing with me, huh? Plus 2, 7. 7 plus 7 is 14. Be 4 plus 1, that's 5. 7 plus 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. Be 1 plus 1, that'd be 2. Don't got time for this. I know, Snake, I'm getting there. I'm gonna do the story stuff tomorrow. This will be a part 2 to 3 finale. What will happen? Alright, so I have no time. Okay, let's actually think about it. That'd be... No, that's 9. I'm looking for 8. That'd be 5, 6... 6 plus 8. For an example that it was 6 plus 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That'd be 5. That would not be 8. Alright. It goes to one side. I don't know why. Keyboard. At this point, I may as well just go solve them on my own next playthrough of this game, just so I can have some justification. Heard that as well. What the heck?
A picture. What the?
Oh, that's not good. That's Ace and the Ninth Man.
What the hell is this? This man with a mustache on the right.
It's
He's
the
same
captain
guy we
too.
found murdered in the captain's quarters. He had the 0 bracelet on his left arm. And this second man with the glasses and a doctor's coat.
It's the Ninth Man.
He's the 9th man. The one with bracelet number 9. He died after he went into door 5.
That's why he recognized Ace.
But this guy, the one in the striped suit.
That's Ace.
Oh man, that's Ace.
Yeah, I guess it is.
No doubt about it.
But what does it mean? What is Ace doing in this picture?
We know from another timeline that he's the one who set this up. He was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
Not only Ace, the 9th man and Cap too. And they look happy, like they knew each other well. Why? How in the world are these 4 men connected?
What's the 4th man here then? Is that someone we know?
You say Ace is in that picture?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was taken recently though. Ace, the 9th man, and Cap all look about 10 years younger.
Ah, so the 9th man and the man you found murdered in the captain's quarters are also in the picture?
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Or are there only 3 people in the picture? I'm afraid I can't see it.
No, there's one more guy. He's got kinda long hair, he looks smart, but a little cold. He's the only one I don't recognize.
What's the date of the photograph?
It doesn't have one.
Did you look on the back?
Back?
Yes, the reverse. The other side.
I know what the back is, Snake.
Huh. Praying for the success of the Nonary project.
What?
With Nijisaki, Kubota, and Musashido. Huh.
That's
Then
the real
4 men in
names.
this picture were the organizers of the Nonary game 9 years ago. That means Ace, the 9th man, and Cap were all responsible for making it happen. But I feel like I should be more shocked about this. It's almost as if that's just how things were always supposed to be.
Because we already knew.
Why?
At least Ace.
Why am I not surprised? Ace was the one in charge of the Nonary project. But why? Why am I so calm?
'Cause we knew
it's
about
like I already knew.
Because we did.
Ah, of course. I understand now. Ace was the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. He was the one who invented the game 9 years ago. He was Gentaro Hongo.
Ace is Hongo?
I had my suspicions from the beginning. Their voices were similar. Too similar to be a coincidence. I could never forget his voice. It was the voice of the devil. I couldn't be sure, though. After all, I had no way to check. I certainly couldn't ask him. Even if I had known, however, I would never have told you. Zero made it quite clear what would have happened if I did.
Oh my gosh, I had no idea.
Huh?
I didn't know that Ace was Hongo.
Oh, yes. I suppose you wouldn't have. 9 years ago. You were in Building Q in Nevada.
So that's what it is. The two people that were split was Seven and Clover. It makes sense now.
But Hongo was in the Gigantic with us.
I know. That's why I didn't know what Hongo looked like. But why? Why didn't you tell me? I mean, I'm your sister, right? You could have told me.
I'm sorry. I apologize for keeping this from you. But if I'd told you, Clover, you would have told everyone else. And if you did, then I would have been forced to tell them about what happened 9 years ago. I had to prevent that.
Hey, Junpei. You think I could borrow that picture for a sec?
Sure.
Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido.
Are you trying to remember something?
Hey, Seven, do you...
Shut it! Just be quiet. I'm this close to remembering. This close. Hongo, Kubota, Nijisaki, Musashido. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Nonary Project.
What?
Shit.
What?
What's wrong?
Holy shit, this is nuts.
What's nuts?
I remember
Remember what?
everything.
Then spill it, boy.
Everything?
Yeah, I remember all of it. My memory's back. I remember what happened before I got snatched.
What?
Tell us.
Let me tell you what happened. Like Snake said, Ace is Hongo from the right. The other three are Musashido, Nijisaki, and Kubota. Musashido was the man with the cash. Nijisaki was Hongo's right-hand man, and Kubota developed the actual technical details of the experiment.
How do you know all this?
Come on, man, I told you, I finally got my memory back.
No, that's not what I mean. I'm trying to ask you why you knew all this stuff in the first place, before you forgot it.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Of course.
Me too.
He's a cop, right? He would know.
This is gonna take a while. Hell, it'll probably take me a good 3 days to tell you everything.
I don't have 3 days.
Well, we don't have 3 days.
Just give us the short version, all right?
Short version, huh? Alright, fine. I'll give it a shot. No promises, though. I'm a detective. It's a little awkward to say this about myself, but you could probably consider me a lone wolf type. I hold to my own code, because I think doing what's right is more important than doing what you're told. That's why I followed my gut that night. A slim lead brought me to the wharf. It was 9 years ago. The wharf had been cold as fuck, and I could barely see squat. I was investigating a mess of kidnappings, all of them children. It all had one thing in common. A history of visits to one particular hospital. A hospital under the management of Cradle Pharmaceuticals. And my investigation had turned up evidence that Cradle had been involved in the kidnapping. After a little sweet talking, I managed to finally get a real lead from someone inside Cradle. My source told me this.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
So I headed to the wharf. From the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement near it.
And this is what led us to now.
Men in black suits, many of them were carrying large bags.
Because this is what he told us before. Another
Bags.
timeline.
There was something about the way they moved as they were carried, no doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand.
Don't move.
I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Drop the gun. I could kill you right now. It'd be easy to get away with it, too. Just tie an anchor to your feet, and no one would find you for a week. That what you want? The fish here would love a meal.
He kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle.
A drug?
That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that.
And he woke up on the ship.
I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. I did a quick once-over of the room. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink. A toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... it won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down.
Where currently are we in the flowchart, by the way? Okay, we're still making our way through there. Goodness, we have quite a bit to go through. Fingers crossed that the rest of it is
sat
just
there
story.
for a very, very long time. Who knows how long.
Because I'm gonna basically call it quits for the first part of this finale.
Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying.
The door, 9 door.
But I could hear one. It was pretty high. Probably a little kid.
Now we know the truth. They were forced to play the nonary game.
No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe more. Where are they coming from?
The question is, why would they knock him out and put him on the ship? The very thing he's trying to investigate, and they know he's a cop at the very least.
I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it. Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was. The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold up. Why are there kids here? But then when my inside man told me, it popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then... Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch?
I honestly love it when we just have 7 and just narration with 7, because you always get the best moments. Just love 7 in general.
I finally got the damn thing off. Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside. The first bit or so was tight.
Oh, this is new.
I had a wriggle on my belly. It wind up eventually, and there was space for me to crawl along on my hands and knees. I went from crawling like a worm in dirt to skittering like a bug. Couldn't say it was much better, but I'd take what I could get.
Yeah.
And when I'd been in the thing long enough to start wondering where it'd take me,
You dropped into a floor.
a massive sound nearly scared the piss out of me. It was like a heavy metal door had just been slammed shut. Then, there was a voice.
Oh no, they found their way into the incineration room. So that's where the 2 kids might have died. Because this was still on the same ship, right?
What? I wasn't sure what it meant, but anything with incinerator is bad news. Then, almost as if that was a cue, I heard a mess of young-sounding voices. A bunch of them were straight up screaming in terror. And all the sounds together made a howl that made the hair on my neck stand straight up.
Yeah, no kidding. When Ace stopped the experiment at this point, knowing that they did that.
Damn it! What the hell is going on
Then
here?
again, you saw how Ace reacted in the other ending, right?
I scrambled through the duct as fast as I could. I made a giant racket, but I didn't care at that point. I soon found a metal door on the left side of the duct. The kids were screaming on the other side. I found it. I yanked the handle and threw the door open. I almost ripped the metal off its hinges. What the hell is this place?
And that's what led it to
I
here.
couldn't believe what I saw. The room had a dome up top, and there had to be about 9 walls, all the same size. Up in the ceiling was an upside-down funnel, almost like a chimney. I looked down. There they were. The kids I'd been searching for.
They all look like the younger versions of them?
They all gawked up at me, suddenly silent, for the moment, from surprise and fear.
I can see Snake, Akane, Santa, and Lotus too, I think.
Scared of the room or me, I couldn't tell. Probably both, actually. Not like I can blame them running into a mug like this when they're already scared shitless. I snorted at my own dig at myself and turned to the kids. Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. All of them stood there, frozen. Well, except one. He was a boy, slightly older than the others, in a private school uniform.
That might have been Santa.
Who the hell are you?
Yep.
He stepped forward and glared at me suspiciously. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you. It looked like they relaxed some the second I got the words out.
How are you gonna help us?
Where's the exit?
There isn't one. The doors we came in through won't open, and the door over there...
He kinda cut himself off. I think he was considering something before he changed his mind.
Anyway, there's no point. We can't all get out of here. If we don't get out of here, we're gonna be burned to death.
Burned to death?
Can't you hear it? That voice said the incinerator's gonna start up soon. So...
The voice spoke again.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
That's more time.
They only had 15 minutes. I looked back down at the kids. Looks like a good 20 or 30 feet to the floor. No way I could pull them up. Too big of a distance for any of us to reach. What the hell was I gonna do?
You had to save some of them because...
But then I got an idea. Wait right there. I'm gonna be right back.
What? Where is he going? Are you just gonna leave us here?
They just got frightened again. I'm not the best at that kind of thing, but I tried to reassure them with a smile. Don't worry, all right? I'll be back, I promise. So just stay calm and wait right there. Got it? I didn't wait to hear them respond. There wasn't time. I had to hurry. Well, as fast as a guy could on his hands and knees. Didn't take me long to get back to my cell. Still no way out of there, but I had a plan. I needed something from the room.
What was it?
When I got it, I dove back into the hole and took off towards the incinerator. Then... Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I tipped out the doorway and dropped down the rope.
Yeah, let's go!
Back in the cell, I told...
Make a rope a slot big out the job.
Alright, just tie that around yourself, okay? I'll pull you up one at a time.
Right!
Wait a sec. Something was off. There were more of you before. Where'd the rest of you go?
Yeah, actually, that is a solid point.
The boy in the uniform answered.
I let them go on ahead. We opened the number 9 door and they left.
What? You're telling me you opened that door?
That's what I said!
Then what the hell are you doing here?
We couldn't go with them.
Why not?
Look, the only people who can go through the numbered door...
He was in the middle of explaining when...
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Oh, please don't tell me they're gonna show that, because one of them did end up dying, right?
The wall shook a bit and the voice bouncing around.
Look, that can wait, all right? Just get us out of here!
Right! I grabbed onto the rope.
Please, just tell me they save all of
First
them,
one
please,
I
okay?
girl with a ponytail. Next was a girl with a red necktie.
It was hard enough watching Ace burn. I don't need a kid, too.
A boy in a jacket came after. He said he'd climb up on his own. The boy in the uniform was the last up. Like the other kid, he climbed up the rope himself. He looked pretty scrawny, but I guess he was stronger than he looked. He moved fast, but when he was almost to me, we heard some knocking. Everyone looked at the door. It had a thick, square window set into it. On the other side, an angry face was staring in.
God damn it! What's going on here?
Oh, gosh.
Why is the room empty? Where the hell are those fucking kids?
The door opened, and a man stepped in looking half mad with fury. I recognized his face. I saw him many times in photos during my investigation. The man's name was Gintaro Hongo, the CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
So, Ace. They were never really planning. I think they were planning on shutting it down at one point.
Hongo saw the boy hanging from the rope. Yeah! It was like he was an animal. He lunged for the rope. Hurry!
I know!
The boy in the uniform booked it up the rope.
You son of a bitch! Get back here, you little shit!
15 feet. 10. The second I could reach the kid, I grabbed him. I hauled
This
him
is
up and tossed him in the
intense.
dust behind me.
Even for this game.
No! No!
Hongo had lost it. His face didn't even look human. It was like the bastard pulled off his fake face. He was really a terrifying devil or some kind of damn monster.
Right, because he had to have gotten away. Now. And you know he lived because he's here with us.
I quickly reeled in the rope, leaving a furious Hongo yelling at me from the floor.
You fucking bastard! You won't get away with this! How dare you compromise this experiment!
It's no longer an experiment when it was danger.
Experiment? What experiment?
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
Hey, old man! What the hell are you doing? Hurry up!
The boy in the uniform was trying to get my attention. I may have thrown a salute in the raging asshole's face before I closed the door behind me.
Of course he did.
No point to going back to the cell, so we went down the other direction instead. After about 30 feet, we came across another duct on the left. This one was heading down. Everybody nodded and took turns sliding down it. The duct emptied us out into a narrow hallway. There was a door on either side. The one on the left was a normal double door. But the one on the right was familiar. It had black and yellow stripes. And a device next to it on the wall. The plate on it read, Incinerator. Incinerator?
Yeah, that's where we were.
It was the girl with the red tie who answered me. We were inside an incinerator?
Yeah, Hongo might still be there. It looks like it's been shut off, though.
Wait, what? If he's still in there,
Yeah, that's not good.
that meant we better. We gotta get out of here. Go to the other door,
Are you
hurry!
gonna try to save Hongu?
The kids started running, and I was close on their heels. The other side of the door was a
Oh,
large
my
spiral
goodness.
staircase. Run! Didn't need to tell them twice. We went up and up, and my feet pounded the steps. Our arms pumping fast. Round, round, round. The devil was on our tail. The stairway kept going. We passed a couple of landmarks where the boy in
Goodness.
the uniform suddenly spoke.
That does look like Santa and Snake now.
Something's up. Akane's not catching up to us.
Akane?
My kid sister. The girl with the red necktie.
Oh my god, it's his sister! Santa's sister!
Akane. Akane. That's strange. I didn't remember seeing that name on the list of missing kids.
Hey! Akane!
He kept his hands around his mouth and yelled.
Maybe we outran her.
The boy in the uniform skidded to a stop. I stopped too. And so did the other two kids. When did we do that?
Well, we passed a couple big rooms on the way here. Maybe she took a rest in one of them?
No, that's impossible.
Sorry, Grandpa. You keep going. I gotta go look for her downstairs.
He turned to go.
Hey, kid, wait! God damn it, I said wait!
I don't think the kid even heard me. Fuck! I spun around to the boy in the jacket, the girl with the ponytail.
I'm going after him. You two keep going, all right? You got it?
I don't even know how this is going to end. I mean, yeah, we know if that's Santa, it means just a few of them have just participated in an order game like this. And that means Santa, now older, has taken over the mantle. If this is really Santa.
The girl nodded and ran up the stairs. But the boy...
I'm going with you.
I didn't have time to argue. I just nodded and took off down the stairs. I could hear him following me. He ran all the way to the bottom floor, calling for her. Akane was nowhere to be found.
God damn it, where the hell did she go?
I could tell the kid was frustrated. And then suddenly...
Help me! Somebody help me!
we heard a girl's voice.
And that's where I'm ending it. I know. I'm a jerk. This is gonna be done in part 2 of the finale. So if you guys want to see what comes next, you'll see it tomorrow. Goodbye.